Welcome. My name is Alicia Head. Today, I will be talking to you about Socrates' influence on modern critical thinking via Socratic seminars, and specifically explain why I believe that Socratic seminars should be incorporated into all levels of education, regardless of grade or subject area. I will begin by briefly introducing you to Socrates. Then I will explain his method of teaching. I will follow this up by explaining what Socratic seminars are and the benefits found including them in our modern-day educational curriculum. So, who is Socrates, and why does he matter? Socrates was a classical Greek philosopher born in Athens in 469 BC to middle-class parents who ensured he received an education worthy of his station, and he served in the Athenian military as a hoplite. He preferred to spend his free time at the agora, the marketplace, where he could engage merchants, his pupils, and other visitors in discussions based on inquiry. Socrates is considered the father of Western philosophy and is best known for his unique method of teaching and learning via dialogue and questioning. However, Socrates never wrote a single book, though his words and teachings have survived centuries due to the writings of several of his pupils such as Plato and Aristotle. Socrates centered his life on ethics, virtue, and how to live a good life, often encouraging people to engage in self-reflection. He is most famously quoted as saying, "The unexamined life is not worth living." In 399 BC, Socrates was charged with corrupting the youth of Athens and was sentenced to death. However, while they ended his life, his ideas and methods have influenced education and philosophy for centuries. So what does it mean to corrupt the youth, and why did that deserve a death sentence? The reason Socrates is accused of corrupting the youth is that he participated in conversations where he encouraged the people of his time to honestly evaluate the information they were given, as well as to question the beliefs they held. The interweaving of dialogue and questioning that he encouraged is known as the Socratic method. It is a teaching method based on asking open-ended, thought-provoking questions to stimulate critical thinking and respectful dialogue. Instead of asking simple questions, the teacher guides students to deepen their understanding through conversations and self-reflection. This method encourages students to question assumptions, examine ideas from different angles, and build deeper understanding through discussion. Now that we know who Socrates is and how he taught, let's discuss how his method has evolved over the centuries. In a relatively small nutshell, Socratic seminars are a constructivist learning method. In today's educational system, students can participate in the Socratic method via teacher-facilitated, student-led, semi-structured group discussions. These group discussions are set up as literary circles with two distinct seating areas. The inner circle is composed of the students who are actively participating in the discussion, while the outer circle is composed of observers. Within the inner circle, there's typically an empty chair known as the hot seat, where an outer circle student can join in the conversation with an observation or comment before returning to their seat. The students in the inner circle engage in dialogue, not debate. The goal? To broaden their understanding. The students gather to discuss a text, a specific question, or a big idea. The teacher acts as a facilitator, guiding with questions but not actively participating in the discussion. So why should we include Socratic seminars in the curriculum? While there are many benefits to including Socratic seminars across all grades and subjects, some of the key benefits are critical thinking. This enables students to analyze, evaluate, and question ideas deeply. Socratic seminars also help students to reflect on their thinking and learning processes. Active listening. Students aren't just waiting to speak. They're learning and using the thoughts and comments of their peers to guide their responses and ask questions. Students who participate in Socratic seminars are also practicing empathy when they hear the diverse thoughts and opinions shared by their peers. Engagement. Students who participate in Socratic seminars are actively engaged and feel ownership over their learning. Communication skills. Socratic seminars help students build confidence and clarity in expressing their ideas. It also teaches students how to disagree respectfully and support their ideas with evidence. And finally, collaboration. Socratic seminars shift the classroom from being teacher-centered to student-centered. They also encourage students to connect to real-world thinking, which in turn prepares them for college, careers, and community engagement. Whether a student is in an elementary art class, a secondary literature class, a college philosophy seminar, or in one of many law school courses, the Socratic approach empowers learners to think independently, speak respectfully, and explore complex ideas. Socrates may have lived a couple of millennia ago. Still, his legacy, his method of teaching, lives on in every classroom where students are encouraged to ask questions, challenge expectations, and think for themselves. Thank you.